You guys are making. Can you just get on the stage, please? And can we finish this rehearsal?
It was really loud.
Just don't start.
Technically, that wasn't 5 minutes.
Okay, you know what? You guys have me up to here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here. I don't want to be here. Okay, now I have to play the piano, and I'm all up here. So you know what? Let's try and get this down. Let's try and work this down a bit. Okay? And you know what's going to do that? Learning the song, the way it's written.
Let's do it.
Back to the top. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, welcome to Raw Dogs Radio. We're going to talk about these Browns and what we just saw from the preseason game. But first, I just have to be honest. The Browns have two major areas of concern. One is depth at linebacker, which I think number 43. I still haven't learned this man's name, even though I've heard it a few times. And brother, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll get it before the next game. I promise. Instead of calling you 43, I'll call you by your name. That brother right there. Tony Fields is a good special teamer. He can fill in. He's not a bad player. Right? And Hartman can step in if needed. He's played that position before. Because when it comes to today's NFL, especially with the Browns, you don't necessarily need a run-stuffing linebacker. What you need is a pass coverage, quarterback spy, blitzing linebacker. Hartman can fill that role. So you can still keep Bell and, Ronnie Hickman. I keep calling him Hartman. Sorry about that. Yeah, but you can still keep him and Ronnie Hickman. He can fill in at depth at linebacker. You don't need a goal line run stuffing linebacker. You just put in another defensive end. You've got the best rotation of defensive linemen in the NFL outside of the Niners and possibly the Eagles, maybe. So Hickman can fill that role. He's got the speed and the size and the playmaking ability, the football instincts, the football IQ to fill in at linebacker if needed. And the other position is at kicker. And do understand that a kicker can be the death of a team. Just ask the Buffalo Bills. Remember those Buffalo Bills that we beat in 1989, the Clay Matthews goal line interception? Yeah, they went on the following 4 years to go to 4 straight Super Bowls. Had they had a good kicker, they would have won that first Super Bowl against the Giants, and no telling what their fates might have been those following 3 years afterwards. You could clearly see that team suffered the mental block because their kicker missed a game-winning kick with the game on the line in the most important football game that comes about at the end of every season. This team is built to win now. It's built to take on Kansas City now. You've got edge rushers that can not only get to Patrick Mahomes, but you've got defensive tackles that can push the guards and the center back into his face. So therefore, you have players who can collapse the pocket. You're 7 players deep in an NFL that for some reason does not switch out offensive linemen because of continuity. So come the fourth quarter, these guys are beaten, battered, bloodied, and bruised. Their knees are aching. Their hands are numb. And they're going up against a guy who's only played 27 snaps so far this game. And that's the starter and the backup, maybe. barring injury, this looks like a very sack-laden, turnover-causing via fumbles and interceptions type of team on defense. Should have hired Schwartz a couple of years ago. The last thing you need is for this team to play a tight game against Baltimore or Pittsburgh or the last game against Cincinnati with the playoffs on the line for the Cleveland Browns, and to have Cade York trot out there for a makeable 43-yard field goal with 3-4 seconds on the clock, 32 seconds on the clock. Doesn't matter. You're not getting the ball back. This is it, just like we saw today in the preseason and last week in the preseason against the Eagles and the Chiefs. I mean, didn't these two teams just play in the Super Bowl against each other? And your field goal kicker, I mean, I know you drafted in the 4th round because you felt he was a steal, but he wasn't. You could have got him in free agency. You could have got him in the with your last draft pick that year. I know you look back and you kick yourself there. I know you look back and you kick yourself. Everybody looks back and they kick themselves for decisions that they made that they wish they could do over. But now is the time to pull the trigger. I'm sorry. This is pathetic, man. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. I don't give a damn how many kicks he made in training camp, okay, in practice. I give no damns about that. Because when you're inside the hash marks and the game is on the line, if you can't make the kick, you gotta go. Why don't you ask the Titans about how they feel about their beloved kicker that can't make game-winning field goals 2 weeks in a row? Why don't you ask them what they did about that? Matter of fact, hold on. We're going to show you what they did about that. Let's see. I know it's on here. I remember this. Wow. I mean, here's the thing about YouTube. You can find almost anything, but you gotta dig. Sorry about that. You gotta dig. But we all remember that. We all remember that. Ah, here we go. Found it. Found it. You guys remember this?
Recordings just got better.
Sorry, we're live, so we're going to get commercials if we go to YouTube.
Full recordings are now available.
Let's go 24 hours after missing 4 field goals and the Titans lost to Buffalo. Cairo Santos given the boot today. Tennessee cutting its kicker. Head coach Mike Vrabel taking heat for sending Santos out for that 53-yard attempt in the 4th quarter after he had already missed 3. Well, Vrabel standing by his decision today.
We know those numbers. We're very aware of what those numbers are, and that I think in the NFL, we all expect field goal kickers to make 53-yard field goals. I watch all the games just like you guys do. Coach puts a guy out there, he makes a 50-yarder. Right? And I think that's part of the pro football.
The double doink won't be Cody Parkey's final kick in the NFL. The Titans reportedly plan to sign the former Auburn kicker tomorrow. Remember, the Bears released Parkey after he botched a 43-yard attempt with 10 seconds left in an NFC playoff game against the Eagles. That allowed the Philly to come back win by 1 point.
I have to be honest.
Ah,
I have to be honest. I actually miss Cody Parkey. I actually miss Parkey because Parkey had a leg. I mean, the ball was ugly. He would kick the ball so ugly. He would kick it so ugly, but it went through. At least, I mean, with the Bears loss, he hit the upright. At least he gave him a shot. He didn't shank the ball. We should have kept Parkey. Let's see who's out here. Let's see who's out here. Hold on. We're going to take a look. Let's see who's still out here. All right. Free agent kickers. All right. So, Matt Gay, Matt Prater. Hold on. Let me give you guys a better view. I'm sorry. We're live here. There we go. Okay. All right. So, we've got Matt Gay, Matt Prater, Eddie Pinerio, Greg Zuerlein. Jesus. Dude's 35 years old. He's still kicking. Brandon McManus, Greg Joseph. You know what? Call Greg Joseph. I would bring Greg Joseph. Let's see. I would bring in Greg Joseph and maybe Brett Maher. Oh, wait, unless these, please don't tell me these guys. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, these are free. Okay. So let's see. Now you've got, let's see, Mason Crosby, but he's 38. No. I mean, but then again, you need a guy that can at least make it, that you expect to make it from the 45-yard line. That's what you need. So, people are saying Robbie Gould because, I mean, the Niners know he's lost a lot of leg. That's why they let him go. So probably not. Probably not. Zane Gonzalez. Let's take a look at Zane Gonzalez. Yeah. Let's take a look at Zane Gonzalez's numbers. All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. Let's check his stats. Let's see what we got here. Oh, he's with the Niners? They're saying he signed with the Niners? Thought he was a free agent. Because, see, let's see. So he was 15-20 with us in his rookie year. Then oh my God, he was horrible in Arizona. That his second year. Then he got it together his third year. Oh my God, he just fell off a cliff in his fourth year. And then his fifth year, he got it together with the Carolina Panthers in 2021. All right, let's see. Who else should we look at? Let's see who. Okay, let's go to. Okay, so I said Greg Joseph, right? All right, let's take a look at Greg Joseph. All right, so Greg Joseph last year he was 78%. Oh wow, 26-33 with Minnesota. Okay, yes. Oh wow. Okay, so I was wrong. No, Greg Joseph. I can admit when I made a mistake. Get out of here, Greg Joseph. Sorry. That's why we check the stats. Okay. My mistake. Hey, it happens. All right. Let's go by, let's see. No, let's see. Okay. All right. I think I may have done this wrong. Okay. So let's go by who's available. Okay. So Ryan Suckup. Let's see what he's got going. Because I do want to go younger because of strength. All right, so Ryan Suckup made 81% of his kicks last year. 96%. Well, he missed one PAT. That's fine. All right, so 31-38 last year. Like I said, you just need a guy that can make it inside the 45. It'll be very, very rare that I think that a game will come down to a 55-yard field goal. And if it does, I mean, in all honesty, you would, unless you had Golden Toe out there in Baltimore, your fingers are crossed. Anything over 50 yards, your fingers are crossed. Let's just be honest. Anything over 50, your fingers are crossed. Anything under 45 yards, you expect it, unless it's a win or block, you expect it to go in. I mean, you'll get the occasional doink. All right, but that's because of the wind. It's not like, I mean, some kickers can easily hit a goal post. Let's not be honest. I mean, let's not lie. Some of these guys got some real talent. But you don't expect them to hit the goal post. So you expect your kicker to hit it under 45, at least 45 yards and under. So Ryan Succop, maybe you give him a shot. Maybe you bring him in. All right, he's a veteran kicker playing with Tom Brady. I'm pretty sure he's had some big kicks. He looked to be, look at that, March 17, 2021, signed a 3-year, $12 million contract with Tampa Bay, and then they cut him of March of this year. That looks like a salary cap move. All right, so there's that. I mean, Mason Crosby is 38 years old. If you really want to take a chance on a 38 going on 39-year-old quarterback kicker, yeah, you see, okay, so he made 25 of 29, 86% of his kicks. He missed 2 PATs. It's up to you. If you want to take a chance on Mason Crosby. I mean, last year he looks like he earns a shot. All right, he signed a 3-year, $12.9 million contract extension with Green Bay back in 2020, so his contract was up. If you want to take a shot on the veteran kicker who's made a lot of big kicks, you know what? I'm not even mad at it. I'm going to be honest. I'm not mad at it. I would probably take the shot too. What can I say? Hey, I mean, it's okay to change your mind. That's what we're here for, to talk this stuff out, have different opinions and everything. You know what? I'll bring him in. I'm sold. Okay. Him or Ryan Succop, whichever one wanted to accept the invitation. Come on in. Because K. York's got to go. This is pathetic. I'm tired of playing head games and mind games with this guy. I'm done with it. It's pathetic. It's sad for a franchise that's built to win to place all of their hopes and dreams in the hands of some mentally fragile little boy is ridiculous. No, not doing it. I need an adult looking at goalposts and measuring a kick. I need an adult, a mature adult to do that. Not a Fabergé egg, flat out. So, outside of York, let's talk about the preseason game. I was very excited. I didn't even get the chance to see the first half, unfortunately, because I didn't know what time. I expected the game to come on at 7 because of the heat, because it's summer, but instead it didn't. I kept seeing all of these live broadcasts, like Quincy Carrier was doing a live broadcast, as was Locked On Browns. I'm like, what's going on? So then I realized, wait, the game is on. So I cut it on while barbecuing, because I wanted to barbecue first, then watch the game, but I was doing both. And I have to say that I was very, very impressed from the highlights that I've seen. All right, which they're showing right now on the NFL Network. I was very impressed with what I've seen of Deshaun Watson. All right, I was very impressed with that. People want to sit on here, they want to wonder what's going on and who's the best quarterback in the division and everything. Look, Deshaun Watson just needed a full off season. He needed at least 2 training camps to get back right. This is his second training camp. He's got back right. You've heard nothing but glowing reports outside of the second practice with the Eagles. Outside of that, you've heard nothing but glowing reports. You saw that one little drive and you want to criticize and say, well, and rightfully so, it wasn't a large sample size. It wasn't a big enough sample size. He only completed 3 passes and then he scrambled. But then you saw him now. You saw him now. Him and DPJ. You saw him. Amari Cooper, big play, because he sucked up the defense. They thought he was going to run. Amari Cooper was wide open, and he stopped and flicked his little wrist, and boom, big play. You saw that. You saw it. That was against the first team. And you saw what the defense did. Trust me, the defense did not lose that game. Do you understand? The defense played well enough to win that game. It was, look. Once the third stringers came into the game for the Browns, especially at quarterback, when DTR came out, it was over. It was over. It was over. The offense was just trash after that. You saw that. At least Demetri Felton was trying. We did see that. The defense was trying. We did see that. But fatigue set in, and that was it. It was over. So I'm going to run through my Twitter, and I'm highlighting Browns Fan UK. Okay. Because he captured a lot of the videos that came from other people. It looks like from the Cleveland Browns, where you see the players, they're ready to go. David Njoku's ready to go. And here's what you got. Rolling out, throwing, picked off. Juan Thorhill with the pick 6-foot touchdown against his former team. You know, you saw the pressure. You saw the pressure. Look, he's shell-shocked. He can't believe he did that. That's all because of pressure. All because of pressure and coverage. Rodney McLeod with the interception. Massive helping hand from Martin Emerson. Yeah. Because the defensive backs.
Good pocket this time. Bouchel delivers on time, and the ball comes out.
The defensive backs are hitting. You look at that. He hit him. Watch the defensive back right here. He put his body into him. He smacked him. That's something that we haven't done under Joe Woods or in decades, is hit players. It's always been arm tackling and drag downs. No, you got to pop a guy.
On time, and the ball comes out, and it's picked off.
When you pop a guy, you cause big plays. When you pop a guy, you cause big plays. The ball comes out. And if your defensive backs, because understand that was Martin Emerson that hit him like that. Look, this is Martin Emerson. When you're putting your shoulder and body into a guy like that, the ball comes out. And if the defensive backs are being this aggressive, then I mean, there's no telling how that'll affect the rest of the defense. This is how we got the dog pound, because of the barking. Hanford Dixon and Frank Minifield barking. That's how we got the dog pound. Roo, 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 roo. Yeah. You dare not come to Cleveland Stadium. You might get hit with a milk bone or a battery. It depends on what's going on in the game. Depends on what's going on in the game. It's a calculated risk. Yeah, but these type of plays right here, they affect the whole team. They affect the whole team. Take the 94 49ers, for example, when they won the Super Bowl. They were just Bill Walsh, mechanical, knock the snot out of you, business as usual type of players. And then they signed Deion Sanders. And next thing you know, you got Jerry Rice dancing in the end zone. You got Steve Young dancing in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Waters dancing in the end zone. Sometimes one player can change the dynamics of a team for the better. They can give you that swag. A hit like that, as far as I'm concerned, that gives the defense some swag. And as I watched the rest of that game, the Browns front line was in the backfield almost every snap. Quarterbacks were running for their lives. They were getting rid of the ball quick. Unfortunately, I mean, you're talking about third string depth charters. You expect this, especially when they're out there too long. But it is what it is. Give me a quick second here. Take a quick water break there. All right, so here you have David Njoku's touchdown. And if you look at this pass, take another look at this pass. All right, so David Njoku breaks it straight ahead in an up and out. All right, up and out. The offensive line they create a great pocket of protection. Deshaun Watson, look, he takes 1, 2, 3 step drop, plants, and he's already letting the ball go, because that's what you want the quarterback to do. Even from the shotgun, you want to take a 3-step drop, which is supposed to be the shortest drop you want your quarterback to take, and then boom, get the ball out quick. Boom. And that's exactly what he did. He got the ball out quick, perfect motion, clean pocket, nobody close to sacking him just in case. Here's the out route here, and then out route here. This guy is pretty much double teamed right here. This is to prevent, just in case he breaks his tackle, he's the safety on this out route. Can't see what's going on back there, but it's the same play, just run a little deeper. This is designed to get the first down. This is just designed to get some possible little yardage, maybe 2-3 yards. It's a safety play. So 3rd and 4, you give him in field goal range. So he gets the ball out. David Njoku, as you can see, if he would have thrown a dart, the corner would have had a chance to make a play on the ball. But instead, what he did was he got the ball high enough and deep enough that only David Njoku could make a play on it. The corner had no chance on the ball. Only Njoku, with his height and speed and athletic ability, had the ability to make the catch, or it would be incomplete. And of course, as we know, touchdown. Beautifully thrown ball.
Watson, the throw to the end zone. That's caught.
Beautifully thrown ball. Thornhill in this interception. This is the touchdown run where the offensive line just powered right in. You know, I mean, the Chiefs had pretty much kind of given up at this point. It was 14-3 that made it 21-3, or 15-3, 21-3. Yeah, I mean, it's just preseason. Nobody's really killing themselves. Then, of course, here's more defense by the Browns. That's just a lucky pick six. All right. Jim Schwartz, what he's brought to the Cleveland Browns is an aggressive attacking defense based on pressure. It's a pressure defense. If we don't get you with the front four, we might get you with five, and you don't know where it's coming from. But our front four is good enough. Our front four is good enough with rotation that we can still provide pressure. Now, with all of the free agency, with all of the contract negotiations, what I'm thinking is, instead of going after trying to trade for a veteran, what I think they're going to do, I think they're going to re-sign some of their players that they have coming up, that have contracts coming up at the end of the year, like Grant Delpit. We've got some contract years here, and some guys are going to want to get paid, and we have to talk to them and try to negotiate with them to get team-friendly deals. Like, do you want to win, or do you want to just be about yourself in your pockets? Like, come on, you know you don't need $600 million to play safety. Come on, quit it. Yes, you're a great player, but don't mess up the team because you're thinking about your pockets. Like, you can easily make money on the back end by doing endorsements. If you're the star that you say you are, and if you have a good agent, then your good agent needs to be getting you some commercials. Your good agent needs to work on your promotion, get you some shampoo deals or something. That way you make money on the back end. You are free to make money off of your own name outside of the NFL. So you don't need a max contract for your position. Yes, I know we paid Deshaun Watson. We're the Cleveland Browns. We needed him. Who the hell else was going to walk in here? You see, the draft is a crapshoot. Trey Lance is a prime example. That garbage. Sometimes you take a chance, or maybe you forget who was here before we signed Deshaun Watson. What is he doing right now? Yeah, exactly. The draft is a crapshoot. Who the hell thought that Patrick Mahomes, drafted in the middle of the first round by the Kansas City Chiefs, would be playing in Super Bowls? Not a Super Bowl like Joe Burrow, but Super Bowls. 2 rings, 1 loss. Come on. Who thought that? Did you think that? I didn't think that. What college he go to? Yeah. Come on. The draft is a crapshoot. So Deshaun Watson is worth the 200 whatever million guaranteed. Trust me, the investment is about to pay off. You're going to be so freaking glad we did that. With a defense that can back him up. You're talking about, this is the same Deshaun Watson that beat Alabama, okay? This ain't, I know some people are too stupid. They just look at the record as if, football isn't a team sport. Okay? It's not like he's playing all 24 positions, including kicker and punter. Right? He's not playing all those positions. It's a team sport. Name me some offensive talent that was on the Texans outside of DeAndre Hopkins that he was playing with. Huh? Who? What? Who? What? Huh? Fuller? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he's the next second coming to Jerry Rice, huh? Where's Fuller now? Where's Fuller now? What did he do last year? Huh? What did he do? Okay. Thank you. All right. Exactly. Trust me. You had to pay that man his money. But everybody else, you need to take team-friendly deals. Let's get it. You got a chance to make something special, at least for a good 5 years. You got a good 5 years. You got a good 5 years. The window is wide open. You just need players to be, to be team first instead of pocket first. You make a change at kicker. You make a change of players who may, be disgruntled or need to be replaced. That's cool. You don't need first and second round picks to do that. You got free agency in the draft to do that. Trust me, our GM instead of asking his coaching staff what players they want, he's now just asking them what is their scheme. Like, what's your scheme? What's your philosophy on offense? What's your philosophy on defense? Okay, cool. Let me go get you the players that can fit that scheme. Instead of saying, I like this guy. Mr. Andrew Berry, sir, I like this guy. This guy's a good guy. I like this. And then you go, okay. I mean, our scouts are saying something different, but I'm trusting you. Yeah, he's no longer trusting his coaches on player personnel. He's now trusting his instincts based on what the coaches need. And it worked out swimmingly this year. You needed some big, strong, tough receivers who can make the contested catch, because that was the biggest problem that we've suffered since Stefanski has been here, is that OBJ could not get open on press coverage. He's lost some steps because of those knee injuries. Yeah, in the zone, he's perfect. One-on-one, every now and then he might shine. But no, press coverage, him, DPJ, Jarvis Landry, no, those guys got manhandled. Nobody was open. And in the NFL, in one-on-one coverage, every wide receiver is open because it's supposed to be a jump ball, but not with the Browns, no. So if I'm going to have my receivers be manhandled on one-on-one coverage down the field, I need for him to be a guy who will go up and take the ball. And that's what you got in Cooper. You've got a tough catch guy in DPJ. Tillman will fight you for the ball. All right. This Austin guy will fight you for the ball. You've got players that will fight you for the ball. They'll make the tough catch. Those are the wide receivers that you have in this offense. And those are the wide receivers that you need. They don't have to burn you. They just have to make the catch. David Njoku is the burner. Moore is the burner. Chubb will run you over and burn you. Trust me, this team is ready to go. You cannot count on a kicker like Cade York to save you. He will be the death of you. I do not want to see this season derailed because our head case kicker missed a 42-yard field goal with seconds left on the clock. Don't let that game be in Cleveland. It'll get ugly. It will end very ugly. I'm 52 years old, Cleveland born and bred. It will get ugly. Do you hear me? It will get ugly. The only reason why I didn't end ugly against Denver in that 86 AFC Championship game because the people were stunned. They couldn't believe, like, wait, hold on. They were questioning, did he make the kick? Can we see a replay? That's what they were stunned. I mean, do remember the last time the Browns were robbed on national TV against Jacksonville. Yeah, way back. Yeah. They had to cancel that game. They were not playing with that. Like, no, wait a minute. He snapped the ball. He was running the play. You can't blow the whistle and say no. Nope, it's too late. It's not in the rule book. Oh, you're stealing the game from us. Okay. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati. Yeah. You don't want to see the outcome of Cade York missing a 43-yard field goal with the game on the line, the whole season on the line in Cleveland Stadium. You don't want to see the outcome. I'm telling you, it will be ugly. You don't have enough security in that stadium just to stop that mob from mobbing. Do you understand? So, as far as I'm concerned, the Browns did pretty good. Browns did pretty good these past 3 games. I'm very, very pleased with what I see. Right outside of kicker and third string quarterbacks on a third string quarterback. But there was no way in hell that Josh Dobbs was going to be the third string quarterback. And unfortunately, DTR has played well enough to be Deshaun Watson's backup. So you're stuck with Mond, unfortunately. Well, at least you got something for Josh Dobbs, and he understands that it's just business and that we're just giving him a chance, an opportunity to get a shot at some playing time. Like, it's nothing personal. It's not about your play, man, because trust me, Dobbs, we wouldn't have brought you back if we thought you couldn't play. Trust me, that was a Barry decision. But Barry did what was best for you. I want you fans to understand that. He did what was best for Dobbs. The right thing for Dobbs. Instead of burying him on the depth chart, he gave him a shot at least being a backup quarterback, second string quarterback somewhere else, which is respectable as far as business wise. DTR's play, hopefully it's rubbed off on the offense. The way he goes out there and snot bubbles defenders, throws blocks. I mean, he is the ultimate team guy out there on the field and probably in the locker room. He hasn't said anything wrong. He's the type of guy you want on your team. You want a 53-man roster. I mean, it'd be beautiful if you had 53 players with his type of football acumen and personality concerning his attitude towards the game. Oh, that'd be the best team ever. Because now you got 53 guys who are, they're out there just playing excellent A+ football to the best of their abilities. But that's not what a team is comprised of. But hopefully his type of energy and play can rub off on others. There's a chance he might play this year. They might bring him in on some packages, or maybe if Deshaun Watson is looking as good as we see he looks, games will be over at halftime, and maybe he'll come in late in the third quarter, like middle of the third or whatnot. He'll come in, some of the like Tillman and whatnot. They'll come in, they'll get some playing time, bring the starters out. We'll see him. We'll see him out there on the field. I'm not worried about that. Barring injury, I believe we'll see him out there playing. If this offense looks as good as I think it will look, and the defense, so I'm not worried about that. All right, this guy will get some looks. There'll be some trade offers for him next year that the Browns, if they're smart, they'll refuse. You want to keep him for as long as he's under contract with, and then you go ahead and sign him to an appropriate backup quarterback contract. Or if you feel that he's surpassed Deshaun Watson, then you want to take a chance, you want to make a youth movement, then you go ahead. The Browns will probably keep Watson for at least 3 years based on how they renegotiated his contract. They'll probably keep him at least 3 years before they trade him. Who knows? But DTR does appear to be the future, just not now. Yeah, we actually have looks like we have a Favre and Rodgers and Love situation, except, we haven't gotten that far yet. But the beauty of that is that he'll push Deshaun Watson to play better, because Watson understands that this is a business and you're only as good as your last game. But overall, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the season to start. It'll be interesting to see who gets cut next week. Was it Tuesday? It'll be interesting to see who got cut. All right, then we can sit around and we can talk about that for hours on end. But overall, I haven't been this I haven't been this excited for a season than after we went 11-5, which of course was last year. I'm very excited. Hopefully we don't get let down. Hopefully Watson isn't stupid enough to play on a bad shoulder and a bad knee. You already got your money. Go ahead and sit down. We have a capable backup. We'll be all right. If we need to lean on our running game, we'll do that. No, you don't get to call the shots. The GM is no longer trusting the coaching staff to make the right decision when it comes to player personnel. He's now taking full control. He's taken full control. The Harvard man has taken full control of the team. I bring in the talent, you coach it. If a player needs to sit, he can sit because I've given you enough depth to survive an injury, especially at quarterback. Can you believe the coach passed on this guy? Can you believe the coach passed on this guy? Who would you rather have, the Colts starting quarterback or DTR? Right, we haven't even watched the Colts play. We haven't heard anything about the Colts rookie quarterback, like not a peep. You can watch the NFL Network all day. They don't say anything. But whenever the Browns play, they make it a point to talk about DTR. They make it a point. Do you understand? They make it a point. At any rate, all right. So I'm rambling, just getting my Browns feelings and thoughts and whatnot out there. But I really do think that we're looking at a great season. All right. I'll see you guys Tuesday. Peace.